Have you ever heard of the Omega Point theory?
No.
Essentially, it's the idea that throughout time, things get more and more complicated and everything's moving to one goal. It's kind of a theory to make evolution more spiritual rather than scientifical. But it's this isn't something I believe. This is
No,
just
I
an
know.
interesting theory
you
that
said
I'm like,
scientifical.
oh, well,
Yeah, sorry.
anyways. Whatever the word is for that word that I just used.
It's just scientific.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Scientifical. It's this idea that humanity, essentially, consciousness and people will continually grow smarter and smarter. Technology will blend with organic life, and everything will reach this point where millions of years down the road, everything becomes one galactic conscience, all-knowing, all-powerful, and then we'll be able to transcend time and space, go back in time to create the Big Bang or whatever, and bring about time. And it essentially reduces God to what we are way down the line. We become God, essentially, and then God, little g, God, for, in our, respecting our own beliefs, will then create the universe and then let it play out. And the Omega point is the point where all intellect and consciousness becomes one.
So it's kind of like Interstellar.
Yes. In fact, the thing that I was watching that was explaining this mentioned Interstellar as like an example of like humanity way down the line. Omega point theory was proposed by Pierre Teilhard de Chardin. At its core, the universe is evolving toward a final state of maximum complexity and consciousness called the Omega Point. Everything is getting more complex over time, and eventually it all converges into one ultimate unified intelligence. Teilhard wasn't just doing science cosplay, he tied this to Christianity. The Omega Point equals God, specifically linked to Jesus Christ as the final unifier. So instead of God being just the beginning, he's also the end goal of evolution. God isn't just the creator, he's the destination. I don't believe it at all, but I'm like, that's kind of a fun idea.
Yeah, it's retarded though.
It takes some creativity to come up with that.
Yeah, or just acid. That guy was definitely French, wasn't he?